Good morning. It is February 6th, 2020. It is Thursday morning. You can probably hear in my voice, I'm still sick. But anyways, I wanted to show you this really interesting 3-pack of cereal. Are you hiding, Lila? That Jeremy picked up from the store for a pretty decent price. Look at these boxes. They're so small. Like, it's like the family size equivalent of those little boxes of trial cereal. And so we looked at it, and technically the box has like 5 servings, but really, maybe this one's slightly bigger. Maybe that one has 5 servings, but these other two of the Trix and the Cheerios, like, I'd be hard pressed to think there's more than maybe 4 servings, 5 small servings. Anyways, thought it was, on the one hand, I think it's really cool because, like, you're not going to get tired of the cereal before you run out of it. Like, for us, that's like one day's worth, basically. If everybody had wanted this, which not everybody wanted this today, but if everybody had wanted this one, it'd be gone. But on the other hand, like, that's a lot of packaging. Like, that's a whole lot more packaging for such a small amount, so it seems a little bit wasteful. But either way, Jeremy said it was pretty affordable, and we will recycle the boxes. We always do. So just thought you might think that was interesting. Good morning. It is January the 7th, 2019, and the kids are really excited because last night I finished working on these stuffed animals. This is the same pattern company as the cat. If you remember the cat from a couple videos ago, it's been a little while. You know, hold the cat too. And they all saw the cat and they're like, we want something. So there was another pattern I wanted to try. If you can't tell, I have ventured into stuffed animals. So I'm just using like scrap fabric that I already had on hand, hence the interesting colors. But anyways, Lila's, can you see it? It's supposed to be a fox.
I really love it.
And I'm actually really proud of how the face turned out. I did that on my regular sewing machine, not without an embroidery machine. It's got a little tail. And then Elijah's, can I see yours, buddy? Elijah's is a bear. Not that it'll focus very well.
Show the back of mine too.
Yep, there we go. Elijah's is a bear. It has a little tail. Yep. And Ellie's, I need to work. Ellie's is a little lopsided. You can see the ears are kind of going off to the side. But Ellie's is a bunny with a little tail. These, I think the pattern intended for these to be like, they're supposed to have ribbon coming out of the tops of their heads. I think they're supposed to possibly be keychains or Christmas ornaments. But yeah, they didn't want me to put the ribbon, so we didn't put the ribbon. But anyways, I have a lot of other things to catch you up on. It's been a long week, and so probably some more of this video will be showing things that I finished or yesterday or earlier in this week. And yes, today is our last day of like crazy homeschool. Lila, hopefully in a little bit you'll see a video of Lila finishing 50 days of homeschool in 5 weeks. I'm very proud of her.
And tomorrow's my book report. No, today's my book report.
Today's your book report. And Ellie, you will finish your first grade math book. So Ellie will be moving on to second grade math next week.
Yay!
Yeah.
The day after tomorrow.
And Elijah,
we're gonna get a prize.
Will be moving on to potty training, but just not quite yet. Almost.
But
right?
One time he went pee-pee.
Just once. All right, Lila, go ahead. Yay! What did you just complete?
50 days of homeschool.
In just 5 weeks. So in just 25 homeschool days. You did 2 days.
I'm gonna dance because of it.
You did 2 days a week, every day, for the last 5 weeks that we've been back in Costa Rica.
And she was here for the last day.
I'm very proud of you. You worked very hard, and this will certainly help us in the coming weeks. Yay. I don't want to blog this, but I feel like I have to. Jamie and I were getting lunch ready, and I called Elijah to come down and eat, and he didn't respond, so I went to find him thinking he was hurt possibly, although we didn't hear any screams. And I walk in my room to find him with a bottle of paint. Yes, my fault. I left a very small bottle of paint on my table, and he had it all over the floor, which has mostly been cleaned, all over my chair, and unfortunately dripping on my sewing machine. Yes, he dripped paint into my sewing machine. I am calmed down now. I mean, I didn't lose it on him or anything, but I wanted to. But so now we are taking the machine apart to try to get the paint out of the crevices that it's fallen into. Thankfully, I have a very mechanically inclined husband, burp as he may, that is willing to tackle this for me. I'm just really frustrated. So if you ever wanted to see what the inside of a sewing machine looks like, the areas of concern are right here, which there it is. You can see he's cleaning it now. The bobbin winder. And then the other area of concern is the tension disc, which is right here. He dripped it down in there. And yes, I might as well give that some cleaning while we're at it. So anyways, that's another exciting thing that happened today. All right, so that is cleaner than it's ever been since I got it. You can see the pile of dust I pulled out. It's quite clean inside there now. The only problem is the bobbin winder, so we're going to put it back together and just see if it runs well. Fingers crossed. So the machine is put back together. Everything looks like it should work. I was able to wind a bobbin successfully. That was one thing I was worried about. And the hand wheel will turn and make stitches, but for whatever reason, I'm getting an error message for an error that is not happening. Like I checked the manual and several times tried what it said to do, and there's a disconnect somewhere. There's no reason for it to be giving me that specific error message. It should, unless there's something screwed up inside. So who knows at this point? Jeremy's got to go now. He can't give it any more time, and I appreciate all the time he has given it. But for all I know, this machine could be very well done for, unless we can figure it out. And we are not, sewing machine experts.
This is probably it right here.
All right, so we are disassembling and trying again. We've already done it once and still no success. So Jeremy's going to give it another shot. He's over at his computer researching what to try to do. So we're going to open this puppy up for the third time. See if we can get it fixed. So check it out. We are working again. Thank goodness. I was getting really nervous there. So this has been quite the ordeal this afternoon. The paint, I don't know if I explained earlier, the paint dripped in up here and it dripped in over here. And then it was just sort of also on top of the case. Thank goodness it did not get in there. That would have been really awful. It almost got in right there, but it didn't. I was able to keep it out. So all the cleaning and I still got paint on here somewhere. Anyways, I was able to get the floor cleaned up. Lila was down here with me with toothpicks so that you wouldn't see it in the grooves. Very sweet of her. And then the chair was covered and I've got most of it off, but it was a bit of a nightmare to get off what I did. So it's just going to have to stay like it is. But anyways, thankfully this ordeal is hopefully over. My tablecloth and all the paint stuff are in the washing machine right now. All right, so this is the first time I've left the house, like gotten in the car, left the house. I've peeked my head out the door once or twice, but in a week I have not left the house. So here I am going back into public. We're gonna go get some. Yes, we're gonna eat, buddy. We're gonna go get some dinner. All right, so we're at a place called La Tortilleria, which is like a tortilla place, and this is a little they sell little candies. You better stop Elijah from getting one. Okay, so we got the food and it's really cool. Like Jeremy's plate over here, it's got a tortilla underneath all of that. Ellie's got the same thing. I'll take the beans. And then Lila's got a stuffed tortilla over here. Looks pretty cool, huh? Alright, so we took a little post-dinner walk and we ended up at L14, which is the thing I just showed you. It's an old fort, so 14 fort. The mall that's across, down the hill from our house has this, like a replica of it, above the mall. It's one of the oldest parts, I believe, of Heredia City, which is where we live very close to. And they got a playground. So that's what the kids are doing. So we probably won't hang out too much longer since it's dark. But I mean, it's not unsafe or anything. Moon's really bright. Oh, it's a full moon. No wonder my kids are so wild. We're walking back to our car, but this is the restaurant that we stopped in earlier. So you can see it from the outside. And it had like a menu board. You just picked your meal, ordered, and then sat down rather than like from a menu. It's pretty cool. Here comes the train. You about to see it go.
Car's stuck on the tracks.
I don't think any cars are. Well, yeah, there's cars behind us stuck on the tracks. They go slow enough, I think, through this area. It's not a very big, yeah, it's hard to see it, but it's behind that bus now. Traffic is rough right now. Okay, you should be able to see it now. There it goes. It's 1, 2, 3 cars right now.
There's no bar to stop you right there.
No, there's no bar. You just have to pay attention. I mean, they do honk. And I don't think they don't fly through unless they know it's clear. I think there have been accidents with the train, but not tons. All right, so kids are in bed and my sewing area has been restored to its working order. Thankfully, all the paint came out of the tablecloth, and like I said, the sewing machine is working again, and I got the paint off the computer and off the mat, and it's mostly off the chair and it's off the floor. So the sewing machine was the big one though. So anyways, so things are thankfully back to normal, and maybe I can get back to sewing tomorrow. And that's going to be it for today.